crouch down and cover my head as the ghosts come nearby. I don't think this is true. I won't do that in real life. An unsettling blanket of thick smoke rises in the area, making my lungs burn. Repent. Repent. What the hell is that thing? It's the devil. We need to get out of here before it steals our soul. Nah, I told you I don't believe this kind of bullshit. Repent, repent, repent. Is that a bird or something? Oh, I know what is going on. So someone trained this owl to say these kind of things. Hold on for a moment. Shana snatched the flashlight out of Rena's hand and flashed it upon the shadow. Her eyes widened in surprise as she realized what the shadow actually is. You've got to be kidding me. Yup, the owl is doing this. This isn't the work of the devil at all. It is just an owl. An owl? I raise my head and see where Shana is shining the flashlight. Repent. Repent. Sure enough, a great horned owl is sitting on a tree branch staring down at us with big curious eyes. Around its neck is a small audio recorder where a deep, sinister voice continues to ring out from the speaker. I see. For a second there, I mixed up parrot and also owl because I keep thinking this owl is a parrot, where the trainer can train the animal to say certain words. But like I said, I was wrong. Sorry, I'm pretty dumb. Okay, let's continue. Repent, repent. Are you serious? A stupid owl caused all of this? Shana smirks. I don't think this owl is stupid. What are you saying? There's no devil here. It's all been a clever prank. The smoke filling the area slowly starts to disperse, but the acid smell remains. I don't know what that means. Rena must have set off the trap when she trips over the wires. I see. It sets off a few smoke bombs to make the whole place smells like sulfur. The truly devout will have certain association with the smell. The owl has been trained to fly here while wearing a voice recorder around its neck. In the dead of night, after being tripped over with sulfur in the air and a disembodied voice telling them to repent. It's no wonder the congregation were so scared. But what made the church member lose consciousness? Perhaps fear? The priest have been telling his follower that the devil is after those who don't do enough for the church. The owl and smoke bombs simply drew those fear to the surface. The sight was too much for them to handle and they passed out from the fright. Interesting. I don't think people will pass out that easily. I don't know. I'm sure the heavy smokes from the smoke bombs couldn't have been good for them to inhale either. I feel lightheaded myself. Yeah, I think the smoke, when you inhale too much smoke, maybe you can faint. That is one of the better reason instead of getting scared till you unconscious and faint, something like that. I think the first one, smelling too much smoke, will be the main reason in my opinion. That's so cruel. Who would do such a thing to so many people? I've got a pretty good idea, but we shouldn't jump into conclusions. Father Edmund? With the information we have, it makes sense. What is he doing with the painting though? Besides using them as a decoration for the church, that is. That is what is peculiar about this matter. Either way, our mystery isn't fully solved yet. Just wait till I'll get my hands on that guy. I'll crack my knuckle in anticipation. And no fighting! We need to do this properly. Oh, sorry, Mr. Police Woman. Then three of us head back into the main chapel. Just as we make our way inside, we can hear the murmurs of a nearby conversations. Shana yanks my arm and we duck behind a pew to eavesdrop. Rina follows suit. Father Edmund is standing at the altar with another man dressed in black robes. Take a look at this marvelous piece of art. He finished it last night. It will go for fortune tomorrow. I see Father Edmund is selling paintings to earn some extra cash. The man looked over the painting in details. Who knew that a simple community class all those years ago would lead to this? And who knew that selling counterfeits could be so easy? The priest is nothing more than a conman. I knew there was something super suspicious about him. I glanced over at Shana, who is trembling with anger as she glares at the two men. I'm going to call for backup right away. Rena keeps her voice down as she reaches for the radio on her belt. Her cheeks grow pale as her fingers come in contact with an empty holster. Oh no! What's wrong? I think I dropped my radio when I tripped over outside the church. Are you serious? What should we do? Hey, who's there? Father Edmund glares down at the aisle before pulling a gun from underneath his robe. That is crazy! He has a gun? Come on right now. If you don't, I'll just start shooting. this man is crazy. Shanna and Rena exchange uneasy glance before they nod in unison and cautiously come out of hiding. Well, if it isn't the pesky brat from earlier. He's pointing his shiny silver pistol right at us. I can feel my heart leaping up in my throat. We heard everything. You are a liar and a crook and you are going to jail. Father Emmon smiles sinisterly. There's one thing I don't understand. None of the paintings are any good. No one's going to buy them. I don't need anyone to buy those. Father Edmund grins darkly. We can't let them leave. Father Edmund points his gun at Shanna. What should I do? Yeah, let me see. So both of the option requires me to, save Shanna, so I will just save her. Because if one of the option doesn't require me to save Shanna, I would definitely choose that one because I want to see how Shanna would end up. Okay, shove her out of the way. I leap into action without thinking. Oh god, I got shot. Jeez. I barrel into Shanna, knocking her completely to the ground. We both land on the hard stone floor behind a row of pews. Oh, I didn't get hurt? That's crazy. Ow. Gee, Shifu, what on earth were you thinking? I was thinking I would save you. Well, I wish you would have done a better job of it. I quickly sit up once I realize I'm pinning her to the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. My cheek heats up as I quickly climb to my feet, extending a hand to help her up. Shanna lets me help her up before she shouts at the priest. I can't believe you tried to shoot us. I have to protect Shanna and Rena at all costs. No! Rena shouts, distract them long enough for me to charge at Edmund. I don't think this line makes sense. When I'm charging at the priest, he would just pull out a gun and just shoot me, and that's game over. I'm dead. No more story. But somehow, I'm still able to charge towards him without him shooting at me. This is just obnoxious. Just as he turned back to me, I throw a punch, aiming squarely at his jaws. I don't believe. I think this story here is wrong a little bit. You brat, how dare you hit me? Before I can attack again, the other man jumps at me. I swing back around and slam my fist into his guts. After a back and forth, I land a blow, knocking the wind out of him. It's clear you have never won a fair fight before. Shut up, kid. Rena runs up and slaps a pair of handcuffs on his wrist while he is out cold. Whoa, Shifu, I have no idea you were a skilled fighter. I used to take judo and karate class. Wait, where did Father Edmund go? We look around at the room, an unpleasant smell off through the air. Oh shoot, they put poison again? Is that smoke? We all turn our heads to see Father Edmund holding a canister of gasoline in one hand and a lighter in the other. Oh, if he pulled that trigger, lighting up the gas, we all are dead. I worked too hard to earn the church trust. It's such a shame that you all perish in such an easily preventable accident. Before we can stop him, he drops the lighter. Oh no. In seconds, the chapel bursts into flames. This is bad. We need to get out of here. A wall of flames block our path to the door, but I can see Father Edmund runs out through the back. That's no good, son of a... Freeze! We have got the place surrounded. Come out with your hands up. Is that the police? Shanna starts coughing as smoke rises in the church. That sounds like my boss. How did he get here? I didn't have my radio to call him. Does this mean we are safe? We are soon escorted to safety outside the church. There are at least 10 police cars parked out front, and the police have already apprehended Father Edmund. Paramedics check us all for injuries, but luckily none of us are badly injured. I'm scared to think of what would happen if I didn't shove Shanna out of the way earlier. I'm glad that we all end up okay. That was definitely the scariest moment of my life. What a relief. I can't believe we were rescued like that in the nick of time. But how did the police know where we were? I see a familiar face hop out of one of the police car. Ah, I see. Is another Shana's nemesis. I forget what is her name, but I know the blonde hair, pretty cute as well. Yeah, I know. I told you it's her. I would know that smug look anywhere. Tiana? She folds her arms confidently over her chest as she approached us. I knew you guys would find a way to get yourself in trouble. Good thing I knew exactly what to do. As soon as Tiana's eye met with Shana's, the tension in the air rises. What are you doing here? Did you really think I would let you have all the fun? Did you call the police, Koga-san? How did you know we were in danger? Call it a woman's intuition. We didn't need your help. We have everything under control. Nah, bullshit, Shana. We would have died in there. Tiana snorts as she points to the church. You call this under control? I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Honestly, I'm glad I made these donuts either get off the asses. Oh god. No one took me seriously, but I refused to leave until they sent a squad over to check things out. I'm so glad you did. We would be a pile of ashes right now if you hadn't shown up. Tiana looks mugger than usual as she cocks her chin up. As usual, I'm stuck cleaning up Shana's mess. How dare you? We already solved the case. If you were doing the investigating, you would still be chasing your tail. In your dreams. Oh boy, there we go again. The two girls bickers back and forth for a moment before Shana's break into coughing fit. I know I'm pointing out the obvious here, but you don't look so good. Go home, rest up, and try not to set something else on fire. Fine, but this isn't over, Tiana. I'm not going to stop until everyone knows I'm the best detective in the whole city. With one last defiant look, she turns and stumbles. Oh god, thank god Rena is there. Rena catches her and they hobble away into the night. Now that I'm alone with Tiana, I don't know what to say. No, nah, 24 gems for saying a thank you? That's crazy. I want to thank Tiana for saving us, but I don't really know how to, you know. Tiana stares at me expectantly as if waiting for me to speak up. You look like you want to say something. Oh, I stumble as my ability to speak leaves me. Thanks, I guess. Thanks? Yeah, for saving us. Is that all you have to say? I shrug my shoulders and she lets off a huge sigh. Whatever, just try not to set the next crime scene on fire. And you owe me. Big time. I nod slowly and watch her walk off. I need to get better at talking to her. Even though both Father Edmund and the man he was conspiring with have been arrested, our night is far from over. We all have to go to the police station and file an official report about the night's incident. Can I have some rest first before, going to the police station again? By the time it's all over, I'm beyond exhausted. Rena finally drops Shana and I back at our place, and all I want to do is crawl in bed. Talk about a crazy night. That would be an understatement. It would take weeks to get the smell of the smoke out of my clothes. Tell me about it. No, you just put it in the washing machine and something like that. Give it a quick go, and you will have clean clothes without the smell, I think. Add in some softener and detergent, you will be all good to go. I wipe some ashes off my forehead. Maybe I should take a shower before bed. Shifu? Before you do, may I take a moment of your time? I look at Shana only to see her standing in front of me with a troubled expression. I really want to thank you for what you did tonight. What do you mean? She looks down at her feet, shifting uncomfortably. When you tried to save me, you were willing to put yourself at risk to save me. Oh, Shana, what should I do? Nah, tell her not to worry about it. Shana seems to be seriously concerned about me. Seeing her eyes full of worry tugs at my heartstrings. Ah, don't look at me like that. Like what? Like you're about to cry over me. Huh? What are you talking about? Shana says. I'm not. I'm fine, Shana. You have nothing to worry about. I'm stronger than I look. I suppose so. In any case, you should get some rest. Before you go, I have one question. What is it? Who was going to buy the painting his congregation was making? No one. But didn't a couple of them stand out to you? Yeah, the contrast was striking. I felt like I would even seen one or two of them before. You probably had. Or at least the originals. He was making counterfeits? One of his congregation was truly gifted, and he had them out in the open? There are benefits to leaving them out for his congregation to see. If he tries hiding it, he risks being caught by the noisier members. And if all the arts were treated equally, then no one is going to ask questions. He could order in all the supplies he needs for the group without anyone asking questions about what he is using them for. I see. Shana is really knowledgeable, and having a vast experience in, detective and this crime stuff. And he used their fear of hell and damnation to keep them from snooping. Shana smiles. Good night, Shifu. Ha, a good night.